Hello and welcome. In this section we'll see about how to apply CSS. In this section we talk about and see about how to insert CSS inside HTML. So there are three ways to include CSS inside of HTML page. So let's see the first one. The first one is called inline CSS. So in order to apply inline CSS we use the style attributes. So let's have, for example, h1 element, and this h1 is the first. This is heading 1. So let's start, and let's have paragraph element. This is first paragraph, and let's have another paragraph element. This is second paragraph. So if you look how it looks like, simply there is no style sheet applied. So for using inline CSS, we use a style attribute inside of the element. In the opening tag of elements, we use style. Then inside the quotation, we apply property value pairs. For example, color of red, and when you finish, semicolon, and font size of 12 pixel or 20 pixel. So now we apply a font size of 20 pixel and a color of 20 for heading element only. So if we refresh the page, for example, here, we see that the heading elements have a red color and font size of 20 pixel. So the other elements are untouched in this case. So in order to apply the same effect, we use the same style. Then we give the same property color, red, and font size of 20 pixel. 20 pixel. And we can copy since they are similar. So we can add another property, for example, font style, for example, italic, for example. So we make the text italic for the third paragraph. So if we open and refresh, we see that the red is applied for all, but the third element is italic. So the font style is changed. So if you want to apply a single behavior for single elements, we use inline CSS. But if there are similar properties for all elements, it is inefficient to insert style attributes for them for the two elements. They are similar, so we can apply it for by using other style sheet mechanisms. So it is inefficient to put the same property value pairs in different elements multiple times. So inline CSS, this is inline CSS, but we'll see next one, other CSS styles. So we see in the previous section we see about inline CSS, and now we see about internal CSS. Internal CSS uses inside of the head element by applying the style tag. So we put here the style tag, and inside this we put selectors. So let's have some elements first. So let's have h1 element, and here we put, this is heading 1 element, and the other one is paragraph element. This is paragraph 1 element, and the second paragraph, this is second paragraph. So let's save it, and let's see the file, what it looks like. So there is no style sheet applied. So in order to apply the style sheet, we use Inside of the style tag, we use selector, for example, H1. Then we can apply properties. So font size of 36 pixel and font color of let's say red, text color of, simply we use a color attribute. And for paragraph elements, simply we give one paragraph selector here, and we can apply it for a number of paragraph elements. So we use the name selector as we remember it in the name selector section. So we apply here the color of gray, then font size of 40 pixels. So let's save it. So here the paragraph element can be applied for 2 or more paragraphs, and the H1 element is applied for the H1 content. So when we refresh it here, as we see the heading is red and 36 pixel, and the text color is gray. This is how we apply internal or embedded style sheet inside HTML pages. It is a more efficient way. When we have a style sheet that is applied only for single web page, we use internal CSS. If we want it for single elements, we use inline CSS. In this section, we'll see about external cascading style sheets. So when we want to apply a single style sheet for multiple web pages, we use external style sheets. So let's see how we do it. So let's have some H1 elements, and here we put heading element, then let's have another 2 paragraphs, paragraph 1 and paragraph 2. So in order to apply external style sheets, we simply create a new file. So we create a file, new file, then we call it my style dot. The extension name always should be CSS. So as you see, Visual Studio Code change the icon CSS. So on this we apply or we give selector values. For example, for H1, we simply put H1. There is no need for style tag and curly braces. Then we apply styles. For example, we can make the color of the text H1 to aqua, font size to 60 pixel, and background color of black pink. In order to add for the paragraph, we use paragraph, then so color of the text color of gray, and font size of 40 pixels. So let's see, let's save, and let's open the file. External, when we open it, there is no style sheet apply. So in order to apply the style sheet, we use a link tag inside the HTML file. Also inside the head tag, we do not use style tag, simply we use link, then we add an attribute read, and its value always is the same, style sheet. So if you want to apply style sheet, href, which indicates the location of the file, since our file name, which is chapter 303 external.html and mystyle.css are in the same folder, we simply put the file name mystyle.css. And since link tag is an empty tag, we close that. So we use link tag for applying, for example, 5 icons. So if you want to know about 5 icons, just check the description or the video in the top right corner. So now let's save the file and refresh. So as we see, the text color is aqua and the background is black, and for the paragraph it is gray and 40 pixels. So if you want to apply the same effect for another paragraph, for example, we can simply copy this one and we can apply it for other elements. Let's create a demo, for example, simply chapter 3, 03, external 1.html. So here we have, for example, basic elements. Let's copy this one, the basic one, and we put another heading element, heading 1. This is another heading, and a paragraph element. This is another paragraph. So simply we paste, we copy the link here and we paste it here. So now if you open the external tool, so we get the same effect. So external style sheet is most time saving and efficient way to use in cascading style sheets. This is the 3 ways to apply style sheets inside of HTML that are inline, internal, and external style sheets. In this section, I want to talk about CSS precedence. When we have a number of style sheets applied for single element, for example, the external style sheets and internal style sheets, and inline style sheet applied for the same element, HTML element, which style sheet gets priority. So the order of the priority is inline style sheet is the first one, then internal style sheet, then external style sheet is the last one. But inside of the head tag, the order matters, which means, as we see here, I set up the basic structure. We have 3 elements, heading element and 2 paragraph elements. We have also an internal style sheet. The selected part indicates the internal style sheet, which applies heading element of font size 36 and the color of red, and a paragraph of gray with font size 40 pixels. And above the style tag, we have external style sheet. My style sheet, my style.css, which puts the heading 1 color to aqua, font size to 60, and the background color black. Here's the paragraph gray and font size of 40 pixels. So in that case, which element gets the first precedence? So let's simply change this one to a blue paragraph, and let's refresh the page. So let's open the page. As we see, the text is red with background color black, and the paragraph is blue, which indicates that the internal style sheet gets the first output, because here we apply the external style sheet, which means this one. So here the first apply the external style sheet, the first one, that is having the color of aqua, font size to 60, and background of black. Then as we go down, it replaces the external style sheet with the new style sheet, that is internal style sheet. So it's replaces the first external style sheet behavior and value to the new internal style sheet. So the result becomes the internal style sheet gets the first output. But if we change the order, for example, if I put it below the style tag, and if I refresh the page, the value is changed, because we first apply the internal style sheet, then we apply the external. In case if we have, for example, here another inline style sheet, for example, style is equal to color of text becomes, for example, let's say yellow. So the last style sheet always gets priority. So this aqua will be changed to yellow, as you see. So inline style sheets gets the first priority. Then inside of the head element, the order matters. The bottom style sheet will always apply first. Then the other styles will be applied next. For example, here we have a background color of black, and in internal style sheet we don't have background color. So the background color is come from the inline, the external style sheet. It can, whether it is at the top or the bottom, it always will be applied. This is the precedence. It is very important to know this behavior. Thank you.